Time for Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans. Mental health expert Dr. Teresa Moore and community engager Gil Garrett. A Saturday mix of community, cars, credit, and wellness created just for you. Brought to you by Joe Longhammer Chevrolet of Waterford. Plan your next vehicle purchase or get your credit rolling in the right direction with Regina today. And now, Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, Dr. Teresa Moore, and Gil Garrett.
You know, I just get super excited when I hear our name, that introductory every morning, every Saturday morning.
Oh, yes. Ain't it dope?
Saturday morning.
Yes. I am Regina Eileen Woodard, a.k.a. the Queen of Car Loans.
What's up,
Good
everybody?
Morning.
Good morning, y'all. What's happening?
It's Dr. T. Happy Saturday.
Hey, it's Mr. Trusted Process, your favorite community engager. What's going on with y'all, man?
What's happening?
Hey, you know
What's
what?
happening?
You know what?
What's
Today-
happening in the bids community?
Today and every day is a great day.
Yeah, it is.
You know why? We thank God for waking us up this morning.
Come on here.
Every time I open my eyes in the morning and I realize that I'm waking up, I just thank God.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a privilege, and I don't take it lightly. So I just don't go through the day just doing anything. I'm thankful all day, knowing that it didn't have to be this way.
I think what I'm going to do for you from now on,
What you gonna do?
every time I wake up in the morning,
What?
I'm going to send you a text. And so if it's 2 o'clock in the morning I wake up, I'm going to say, good morning.
And I'm gonna be like, it's the Queen.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put
That's
it on
what's
the
up.
text thread. I'm going to put it in the group text.
That's what's up.
So just get ready. So tell the
You're
wife
gonna
you
do
get
the
it.
same thing. He gonna start
that
going
right.
in the circle.
Right. Just start going in the circle.
I'm going to hit both phones. I'm going to do a group text on both
listen,
of your phones.
I'm just going to start this.
Going in the circle. The dancing
So I'm going to be like,
queen.
what is you doing? I'll be like,
The dancing
Regina. Regina.
The dancing queen.
So listen. So for you all that don't know, I just became the dancing queen. Was it about 3 Saturdays ago?
Oh no, this started.
This started way
before then.
No, it didn't.
We just caught you on camera.
Man. It's right. It started at that other place.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We just caught her on camera, y'all. She danced in a circle for us
Oh man. I mean,
until
a real
she get
circle.
dizzy.
A real circle.
So everybody that's listening this morning, we want you to go to our Be in the Driver's Seat page and like our page, and go to our YouTube channel, Be in the Driver's Seat, and our Instagram, and like our page, because we have a lot of followers, but you guys need to follow us on our other social media platform.
Yeah.
We need y'all to wake up, everybody. Ain't that what?
No more secret in bed. Get up, everybody. We up.
Listen, this has been an amazing start to the new year. I'm very excited about the energy that's being just produced out of people, and people being excited about what's going on. And I try to look for consistent patterns amongst people, especially in my inner circle, and those who are just kind of, I know who, like last year was kind of a tough year for them, because you got people, you're praying for your family, friends, things of that nature. So you should know what, transitioning, going through, to see if even your prayers for them are being answered, right? Because so that kind of builds up faith in you. And I'm excited that people are now being bold about what God is doing for them.
Yeah.
And that to me now is it just energized my faith, because that was my prayers, that so people can see themselves.
So why do you think for 2024, I think people are actually probably starting in 2023, they're giving more praise to God, or whoever they worship or whoever they praise. People are being more thankful today and last year than they ever have. And I want to say maybe because of COVID, because I remember when I have never been stuck in the house that much in my life. Mm-hmm. I've never talked to myself and prayed that much in my life period. But when COVID, I had to find the other side of Regina. I had to find the inner Regina.
I just think that people are being mindful, and they're realizing, beyond COVID, just the way life is. We're increasing in food prices. There's an increase in everything, and people are just doing any and everything they think they're big and bad enough to do. And so I think people are realizing that they need the Lord more now than they ever had. We're in a season and a place to where God is literally who we need. We need God. How can we function without him? And for those who may not believe, no disrespect, but I'm busting faith moves. Like I'm literally leaning and depending on God, and my faith is being put in action.
And being intentional about it.
Yeah, being intentional.
Like being intentional about it, because people always, you have a sense of presence of God. You have a sense of, what you need to be doing. But like you say, I've seen an intensity of people now, including even myself, saying, okay, God, I want more of you.
Yeah.
And I know and I clearly understand in 2023, this was a valuable lesson for me. When the blessings come, the struggles come too.
Oh yeah.
Because you cannot appreciate the blessings.
Well, that's just like more
struggle.
money. That's just like when people say they want to make more money.
Exactly.
More money, more problems. Let me
Yeah.
say it again. More money, more problems.
And I used to think, that was the craziest thing, like more money, more problems. And I'm like, that's just so negative. But that is the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Like, that is the truth. I mean, they may not put it in a biblical sense and when they kept saying it, but that is the truth. And the more problems come, the money is to help you through the problems. And so when people when they looking at individuals, that's why you should always look at yourself first.
Yeah.
Stop doing the art of comparison.
That's true.
Examine yourself. And so being our
That leads to the word of the day.
Yes.
Yeah,
Examine.
That's the segue.
Yes.
That's
I had to segue you in on that one.
Yeah, come on. Examine ourselves.
But before we go into that,
Yes, ma'am.
we got to give a shout out to our operations manager, Luke.
Yes.
His
Luke.
birthday is today. Let's sing it for
Happy
Luke.
birthday, Luke.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
ya.
Hey.
Happy birthday to ya.
Hey.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Can we one more?
Go.
One more.
Okay, Luke, this for you.
What? Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Hey, Luke, we appreciate you.
Yes.
We,
Happy birthday, Luke.
behind the scenes,
Yes.
he's our
Yeah.
operation manager here at the station, and we appreciate you.
Awesome.
Every time we need
Yes.
something, every time we email, everybody is so responsive to us. They
Yeah.
respond, they respond fast, and I respond to text.
Listen.
So it's always
That's
good,
quick.
right? And it's always good to have support. Anything that you do, it's always good to have support.
Exactly, because no one man is an army. We all
Takes
need
a team.
somebody. It
For
takes
sure.
a
Takes
team.
a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, takes
For
a team.
sure.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Luke.
Yeah.
So I got to give another special shout out today.
Luke, let's go.
This is not her birthday today, but her birthday's at the end of the month. But I'm going to give her a big surprise today.
Okay.
Dr. T's birthday is the end of the month.
yeah.
Yes,
It's her month.
birthday. Yes,
Yes.
it's her month.
Yes.
But
Come on.
most people, they celebrate for one day like myself, but Dr. T celebrates all month. She ain't started it yet, but
coming.
it's coming. So I'm
She
kind of
revving
scared.
up.
I'm kind of scared because she revving up. She been quiet, but I want to give you your flowers today. Also,
Yes.
when you're going through something in your life, and you really don't really think people are really paying attention, right? But I will get that text and say, "Hey, you good? Would you like some chili? Would you like some food?" And when she said to me Thursday night, she said, "You off work?" I said, "Why you in my schedule?" I said it just like, "Why you in my schedule?"
So out cold.
Right. Why you in my schedule? She said, "Well, did you eat yet?" I said, "I'm in Subway right now." She said, "You want to come get this chili?" And I said, "Come get it." I said, "You got me a bowl? You got me 2 bowls? Can I eat for 3 days?"
No, she said, what you should have did was make me a pie.
Oh, my.
Let's just be real with it.
The queen.
Why you telling them that? Why you calling me out like that? But I did say that. But I want to say thank you. I did call her out like that. I want to say thank you
You're welcome.
because I ate on it for Friday at lunch. I'm gonna eat it today for lunch, and it just takes me back when I was growing up. My mother used to cook a pot of chili, and when you said chili, took me back to thinking about my mother. So I appreciate you, and I can't wait till we get a chance to talk about Faith Moves 2024 366 Day Devotion
Yes.
book.
Ooh, if y'all
Yeah.
don't-
Yeah, I
listen,
can't
excited
wait till we
about
get
that.
that started
If y'all don't
today.
get that book,
Yes.
if you don't get that book this week, I'm telling you right now. Now you didn't miss 6 days.
But you can
If
catch
you,
up.
if you want to
catch
know
up.
what's going on with me right now, get that book.
Yeah, that's good. And so that
Get that
segues right
devotional.
into the word of the day, because examine.
That we got 3
yourself.
minutes
Yeah,
on.
Examine yourself. And so examining yourself really is taking a look and looking and see where you are. Sometimes we have to do self-evaluation. So that goes right with examining yourself, and to see, number one, are you in faith? Are you doing what God called you to do? Is there some things you need to reevaluate, or some things you need to change? How are you going and growing? We talked about going and growing. So examining yourself really is taking a look at you, putting a microscope on you, looking at the person in the mirror.
For sure.
And what is it that I could do? Number one, to, grow. Number two, what do I need to change? What is it that I need to work on? So examine yourself. It's personal.
Very personal. And the examination piece has to be, and this is my word for 2024, intentional. And you have to look at those spaces that you don't want to look at. Because if those are the pieces that's hurting you, if those are the spaces that's not quite right, when you do the examination, be thorough and be honest, because that is going to give you the purest form of grace that you're going to need, and the mercy that's going to take you to get you to that next space.
Amen.
Because examining yourself and being thorough about it and being honest with yourself about it, now you can be a bigger and a larger blessing for everybody else.
Amen.
So examine yourself, to me, is examine your inner circle.
Yeah.
Examine your inner circle.
Yeah.
And the reason I say examine your inner circle, because everybody for you is not with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I say that right? Everybody's not for you. Everybody you think is with you is not for you.
That's correct.
So examine your inner circle. Examine. And at the same time, I got to take it back to the cars. When you purchase in a car, examine that car. Examine. Put it under a microscope. Look at it. Because every car you get ain't for you either. Let me just say that.
That's right.
So
sometimes you got to get what's in your budget.
Right. Oh, exactly. You got to get what you can afford.
That's right.
Then you got to also get what? Get something that your credit is going to let you buy.
Yeah. And you can examine your credit and your choice at that time so that you can improve it. So examining, it leaves room for improvement and stretching.
So we'll be right back when we come back with our guests.
Yeah, so Jacob Moore, SG Jake.
We'll be right back.
Let me breathe for a minute. Hear me out. I'm not a singer, but it's time that they heard my voice. I'm with the kingdom, serving God is my will and choice. Didn't mean to change, but my background not preparatory. God just blew a fresh wind in my respiratory. It's easy to miss the mark when you off sight. So I bask in his presence on them off nights. I'm in a strong jeans hoodie and some off-whites, making sure that it's Christ who I walk like. Soul winning and hoop shorts or spiffy fit. I just lead them to the Bible, Route 66. Put on my favorite gospel music, that's a temple mix. Ain't nothing too hard for God, that's a simple fix. We be praying for the sick and they do recover. Under grace through faith, so you know we cover. And it's not just on us, it's in our DNA. We connect you with the doctor like a CNA. Preach the gospel on spot, we don't hold back. And you can gain the whole world, but where your soul at? Any spur of the moment, he make a play for you. God like Tim Duncan, he hit the bank for you. Was in the streets, now I serve the one that saved me. Once I left them wolves, became a champ like KG. I be led by
So we're back to be in the driver's seat. Listen, we got SG Jake in the building. You heard it here. Y'all heard that banger that came through. Come on, let me vent.
They
Come
weren't
on,
expecting
y'all
that.
weren't expecting
Yeah.
that. Come on, let me vent. Good morning, Jake.
Good
Buddy,
morning,
buddy.
good morning.
Listen, we got you
What's
in the
happening with
building,
you?
y'all.
What up, everybody?
So listen, I'm so excited that he's in the building. Jake's been with us before, but listen, this is a new banger that dropped. Let Me Vent. So Jacob is the owner of Strong Jeans. Come on, Strong Jeans. He has a clothing line.
Yes.
He's also an entrepreneur, and he is a gospel rap artist. So I'm excited. So let's get into it, Jay. Good morning.
Good morning, man. First of all, I give God all the glory. I thank God for being here. I thank God for being in the driver's seat.
Come on.
I love y'all.
Come through.
I appreciate y'all having me on today. Let's get it in.
Let's get it in. So, Jake, tell us about this new banger you got, Let Me Vent.
Let Me Vent by SG Jake, man. It's available on all digital downloads and platforms. We also got a video on YouTube, man. Y'all look it up. Let Me Vent by SG Jake official video. It's just a song that God gave me, man, a point in my life where I wanted to express myself and encourage myself and also help people know the goodness of God and how God transformed my life and how God used me and helped me. So I'm just trying to let people know about Jesus Christ, man, through music.
Man, listen, there's a lyric, a verse in here. It's that I'm not a taxpayer, but I'm God's dependent.
Yeah,
mean,
and it's tax time. Y'all know what it is.
Tax time, right? So that's why I put it
That's my time of the year. Tax time.
I say, I know God don't file taxes, but I'm his dependent.
Come on here.
He could claim me.
That's
He
pressure.
can claim me too. Listen. Listen.
Yeah.
So tell the listeners, who is SG Jake?
SG Jake, man, I'm simply a man of God. I'm
Yeah.
simply a child of God, trying to do the will of God and trying to lead people to God.
I'm talking about, let's get a little personal.
All right.
Let's talk about who
So
is
SG Jake, my name is Jacob Moore. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a building engineer. I have my own clothing line, Strong Jeans Clothing Company. I'm a gospel rap artist, and I'm just a philanthropist. I'm active in the community. Whatever it is God want to use me to do, I'm on it. That's pretty much sums it up.
I got a question for you though, brother.
Yes, sir.
Detroit native, right?
Yes, sir.
So you have experienced some things, and I'm not saying it just because it's from Detroit. My question to you is, you said you want people to know about you. What was the pressure point for that?
So, born and raised in Detroit. I grew up in a rough neighborhood on the west side of Detroit. Two rough neighborhoods, Brightmoor and also Dexter.
Come on, Dexter.
And yeah, man.
Wait,
Dexter
hold on,
in the house?
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Don't play
in
with
the house?
Dexter in
Don't
Chicago.
play with Dexter
Don't
now.
do it.
Whoa,
That's
wait
me.
He
That's
said,
me.
whoa. I'm a Mac and B with kid.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on here.
Oh, yeah.
We don't go to Brightmoor and Dexter. Man. Go ahead, sir.
Man. So I grew up rough, man, and where I'm from, man, it's either predator or prey, man. So I grew up trying to survive, and I knew about God growing up, but I was running from him, and I was trying to be something I wasn't. So I was living, pleasing people, trying to fit in to survive. And, you know, the devil, man, when you play with him, he take you further than where you want to go. Yeah. So I went further into sin, into destruction, and he was trying to kill me. So death was coming for me, and I turned to my source, Jesus Christ, man. I turned to him. I gave my life to him. And ever since I gave him my life, man, God been taking care of all the problems I thought I had. People that wanted to kill me end up going to prison for killing somebody else. Wow. The house that I was in got raided right after I left the hood. So God was just showing me what could have been. But because I chose to follow him, he delivered me from it all. So now since he showed me how trustworthy and how loving he is, I'm trying to tell the world about him, man.
Mm. Well, you know, my question, Jacob, I'm gonna get real personal. I want to know because, well, my listeners want to know, and I want to know, what point in your life did you give yourself to God? When did you get saved?
Okay, I got saved in 2009. It was in the fall season sometime, and at that moment, my mama had recently had 2 mini strokes. And my family was calling me because I wasn't at home because I was in so much trouble. So I didn't want to bring trouble home. So I stayed away. I was in the hood. But when my mama had these mini strokes, my boy like, man, go home, be with your family. So once I got home, In school, I had beef. People was threatening me. Like, you know, I went to prison. I went to jail. I got locked up for robbing and stuff. So I was doing stuff to bring that type of attention to my life. So danger was all around me. So I remember just breaking down one day, and because I was choosing a life that I didn't have to choose. And I remember being taught about God, being taught about Jesus. So I prayed to him one day, and I told him, like, Lord, I'm tired of being fake. I'm tired of being somebody that you didn't create me to be. I just want to be free from this situation. And I know death coming for me. I don't want to go to hell, you know. So I just started praying and asking God for help. And I remember walking one day, and my boy Gregory Davis had invited me to a church service. And I went. Eventually I went, and then the preacher was preaching, and everything he was saying was like it was about my life. It was Regeneration Church, Pastor Datron Davis. And he was preaching, and everything he was saying was just confirmation, like, man, this dude don't even know me, but he know my life. So I just kept going, and eventually they did an altar call to, like, do you want to give your life to the Lord? Like, do you want to say yes to God? Do you accept? Do you believe? Do you confess him as your Lord and Savior? And I said yes. And eventually I got baptized, and then I got filled with the Holy Spirit. Yes, and ever since then, man, it's history.
Amen. That's good right there.
That's the brief version.
That's good. You know, Jacob, we talked about Strong Jeans Clothing. We talked about you being a gospel rap artist. We talked about you being a father and also a husband, but we haven't talked about you being an author. So let's talk that. So, you know, we got this Faith Moves 366 day devotional, and I'm in it. You in it. So let's talk about it.
What page is he on?
What page you on, Jake?
March 28th.
So he on March 28th. So y'all gonna have to get this book. If you want the Faith Moves book, you can holler at your girl, Dr. T. You can hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, and you can also go to my website, Faith Moves 366. Look, Jake in it. I'm in it. Let's talk about it.
Man, first of all, I'm just blown away what God using me to do and be a part of.
Let's go.
First of all, I thank God for Dr. Teresa Moore. Awesome woman of God.
Shout outs today, y'all.
Awesome woman of God. So she basically gave me the referral or the information about being a part of this book with Sister Prophetess Chandra.
Yes.
And God, I prayed about it, and God said, do it. So I jumped on it, man, and he gave me what to write and everything. And I'm literally a co-author in a book. I never imagined doing this type of stuff, man. So I'm just blown away. And I'm just trying to let God use me however he see fit, get the gospel out there, get the message out there any way possible. So that was an avenue that God wanted to do, and I said yes, and it's blessed, man. I'm talking about the book doing numbers on Amazon, man. Y'all go get that, man. Go get that.
I'm a monetizer, so I'm going to ask y'all to holler at me.
We got hard
put
copies.
That in there, didn't you? I love it.
Hard copies, and you could get it digitally.
Yeah.
Listen, how intense is it important? How important is you to keep the same intensity that you have right now from when you had in the streets?
Man, I just feel like the joy of the Lord is my strength.
Yeah.
So because I know God is with me, stuff don't tear me down or destroy me or bother me as much because I know God will get me through it, man. So I go through crazy, rough times just like everybody else, man, but I just rely on God. I lean on him, and he just helped me through it. So I feel unstoppable, man, because of the power of God, because of the Holy Ghost, because of his covering. So I just feel like no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So I just feel like I don't have nothing to be sad about. So I want joy to reflect in my music. I want it to be reflected in my life. And it's a fruit of the Spirit, man. I just feel like as believers, there should be something joyful about us if we know that God is our hope. If we know that we saved, if we know that we got an expected end.
So I don't have a last question. I just want to read a part of your chapter in your book, or your page in the book. You said a grown man in his 20s did not have his stuff together. To combat those feelings, I stood on the vision of God gave me. Years prior, I saw myself a building engineer. So despite the uncomfortable and humbling situation, I worked towards the goal. In return, was blessed to attend school for free. Let me say it again. for free.
Come on.
Graduated, received my engineering license, and started my career job. Now I'm a homeowner. Jesus Christ truly made it happen for me. God does not lie.
Amen.
That's gonna take
Come
me for the
on.
rest of the year. Right
Come
now.
on.
So Jake, tell the listeners
Wow.
how can they get in touch with you if they want to holler at you? How can they get in touch with SGJ?
So I'm on social media, Facebook, Jacob Moore, Instagram, SG_Jake22. I'm on TikTok, SGJake22. And I'm also, I have a website that I wanted to announce officially.
Go
All
ahead.
right.
Let's get
If
it.
y'all
Let's
don't
go.
mind.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Brother Gil, I listened to you, man. I heard you shout me out. So right now, you can go shop with my brand. I got my website, man. It's ready. All right?
That's
The
what's up.
website is
Exclusive.
ready. StrongJeansClothing.com, man.
Yes.
The website is officially ready. And on my website, you can buy my music and my clothing, man.
Come
Go check
through.
it out, man.
Yeah, congratulations.
Man,
Listen, y'all heard it
congratulations.
here
Praise God.
first. SG Jakes, Let Me Vent. Y'all go get it.
Yup.
It's streaming on all the social media, all the platforms. Y'all go pick it up.
And shout out to my wife, Tiffany Moore, and my son, Carter Moore, and my other son, Cannon Moore. I love y'all.
Yes, come on. We appreciate that. Shout out to Love You Girl. All right, y'all heard
right.
it here first. We'll be right back.
So we're back, and I'm super excited about this young lady we're going to have on right now. I call her. She doesn't know this, but I'm sharing it with the world right now. And I don't even think her mom knows this.
Uh-oh.
But in my phone, when I look for her name, it's not her name. It says baby niece. So I'm going to refer her as baby niece. So I let the cat out of the bag. You know how when you have your cell phone, you put a person's name in there, how you remember them?
Oh, yeah.
So I got in there, baby niece. So you're not going to know her name until she comes on.
Okay.
I'm going to give you this big introductory. So baby niece, she is a seasoned professional, proudly combines her role as a devoted wife. She's a wife, a mother, empowerment advocate. She has a master's, you hear me, a master's in communication management from USC. For all you guys don't know who that is, what is that? What's USC? University of Southern California. Mm-hmm. She's a founder of, I'm not going to say her enterprise. Go ahead, you can give it to us.
Caliah Knapp Enterprises.
My baby niece. She specializes in confidence building, effective communication strategies. My baby niece passionately helps individuals and organizations unlock their potential. She's a trusted coach, renowned for her expertise in fostering cohesive communication. Let me just say this. She also has what? Her own podcast show. I'm still waiting to be on her podcast. She hasn't asked me yet. I'm just kidding. She asked me twice. Her podcast is called Crown Level Confidence Podcast. Welcome to the show, baby niece.
Good morning.
Good
Caliah.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing this morning?
I am well, blessed and highly favored. How are y'all?
Come on, blessed by
The
the
Lord
best.
is all up in here today.
Come on, blessed by the best. Good morning,
awesome.
Caliah.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. I'm so happy and honored to be here. In the
We're
driver's
glad you're
seat.
here, baby
Hello.
niece.
But yeah, baby
Come
niece.
on,
Baby niece, we're glad you're here.
Baby niece. All the way
It's all
out.
good. It's all in the family. I love it.
All the way out of Georgia.
Yes, Metro Atlanta. I love it out here. I'm originally from San Diego, hence the SC. But my husband and I moved out here to Metro Atlanta right before COVID in 2019, and we've been loving it ever since. So I think we've got some Georgia roots now.
Oh yeah, you in there. You in there right now.
Well, shout out to my accountability partner, Marshetta Hill and Calvin
Yes,
Hill, my
yes.
brother, all the way in California.
Yes. So I'm
Yes,
excited
the
today.
West Coast Warriors.
Yes. I'm excited today, Caliah. So let's just get right into it. So Regina said you are a trusted coach. And I was like, okay, let's get into it. You're a trusted coach and you foster cohesive communication. So let's talk about that today. Tell the
Yes,
listeners
absolutely.
about Caliah and what you do.
Oh, wow. How long is the show? No, I'm just kidding. I am confident. I'm known for being confident, cute, and committed to excellence.
Come
and
on,
so
wait, did you say
see me
confident, cute, and connected?
committed to excellence. But yes, I'm connected as well
Come
by
on
the
here.
grace of God. If you were to see me walking around, if you saw me on social media, you would be like, "Oh, that's that girl that always has a tiara on." And usually, it inspires, one of two thoughts, right? Who does she think she is, or why is she wearing that? And I love those questions, as shady as they can be sometimes, because I'm here and I know my God-given purpose is to help others build their confidence and create clarity in their communication. And communication is so huge because a lot of times we think about mass media, or, we think about how things are, structured on billboards, or, what's being marketed to you. But communication really is simply, what is the message, who's saying it, and who's supposed to be listening to it, right? Mm-hmm. And so a lot of times in my coaching experience, I'm helping people improve their internal communication, right? What are you saying to yourself? How do you listen to yourself? A lot of people say, "Oh, I'm my biggest critic." Okay, well, how healthy is that? Do you give yourself grace? Do you allow yourself to make mistakes? Do you get so deeply depressed over some, smaller situation that really wasn't that bad, right? Or are you that person that's like, "Oh, everyone else is better than me"? There's so many different ways you can think about it, right? And confidence, oh my gosh, that subject alone transcends so many categories and different ways we apply confidence in our lives that I'm constantly talking about it every single day, from motherhood, womanhood, the professional setting, whatever it is. We've all got an area in our lives where we like it to be a little bit stronger. And so I tie confidence and communication together because I believe they go hand in hand. And I do that a lot of different ways, a lot of fun ways, a lot of serious ways. But at the end of the day, I put my tiara on, I wear my crown, as a way to remind people that it's possible. You're still here, you're still standing, and so you still have an opportunity to improve your life, build your confidence, and achieve your goals.
Man, that is awesome. So that sense of purpose and you and understanding what God has called you to do, where did that first root in you at? Where did that establish you at? When did you start knowing that?
Wow. I remember the first day of school. So I started school early when I was 4, not preschool, but kindergarten. And that meant I was a little bit younger and a little bit smaller than most of the other kids I was going to school with. And I will never forget to this day my mom telling me, my dad was in the military, so we were on a base, right? So you think about this situation, all these rowdy kids, we had to wear uniforms and things. So my mom, she tells me she probably said other things, but it's 2 things that have always stood out with me my entire life. That she said, "Okay, Caliah, you're going to go to school. Make sure that you stand up for what you believe in." Right? Who tells this to like a 4-year-old? My parents instilled some very strong convictions in me at an early age. Right? She goes, "If you know what's right, you do what's right." And I don't care if a teacher tells you to do something that's wrong, you go to a different teacher, but you stand up for what you believe in, right? So that was a huge one. And the second one, she said, if somebody hits you, hit them back and then tell the teacher.
You got the message too, huh?
I would hit them back. I would hit them back and then I tell the teacher.
That's what she told her.
No,
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I would tell them. I'm sorry. Back up. I would tell the teacher and then hit them back.
Then you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Right.
That's what I did. I would do the opposite.
So so your ability to tap into seeing the feelings and emotions of others, how has that influenced you as a wife?
Wow. I would say as a wife, so I've been married 5 years, to my husband, Daniel. Shout out to him. He's amazing. That empathy and learning about it, I feel like it's innate. Like some people kind of have it stronger than others. So for me, I do feel like it's innate. I've always been a little bit sensitive. But thankfully, through discipleship, through understanding how that applies, as my role as a woman, how we both submit, we're both believers. So that kind of takes a lot of guesswork out of it. But my ability to support and impact my husband, understanding my role has just helped me, right? Like, I run a corporation. I've achieved a lot of amazing things that I'm very proud of in my life. But at the same time, when it comes to our dynamic, I respect my husband and I lean into his leadership and his guidance. And that's something that we established before we even got married, right? I said, I am the CEO. I'm the number one outside of the house. When I come home, I'm happy to be number two, as long as you're a good, strong number one.
So Caliah, I have to jump in. I appreciate you saying that. When you're a professional in your own right, when you come home, you want to be cultivated. You want to be able to take that professional hat off and come in and just be Caliah, not the CEO, but come in your house and be you. So I appreciate you saying that. And I also wanted to make a comment. You said that you help others, kind of identify with their internal communication, the things that they're speaking to themselves. And so the Bible tells us, as a man thinketh, so is he. So how do you actually incorporate biblical teachings into your coaching?
I do. And I tell my clients and my prospective clients to say, hey, I don't market myself as, a Christian coach, or I'm not a counselor. I'm not, I don't hold any licensed, professional ways. I'm not a therapist. I can refer to those different services depending on what someone needs. But more to your point, I tell people all the time, listen, I don't market myself as a Christian servicer. However, I'm a believer. So if you work with me, just know that I've got the Father, the Spirit, I got the Father, the Holy Spirit, and Jesus on staff.
Okay.
And we're discussing you.
Listen.
It's going to come up. It's going to come out of me. And I think some people appreciate that, and of course I work, with people of all different backgrounds and all different, beliefs that they respect that. Like, I'm not going to change or minimize who I am or who God has called me to be. And it's not a matter of, being prideful or disrespectful to anyone else. It's just, that's simply the fact. If you're going to come to me, if you're going to partner with me, you're going to work with me, I'm going to be transparent with you and say, hey, we may need to pray in the middle of this coaching session because we need to clear the air.
That's good.
And that's just what it's going to be.
So my last question is, let's talk about you being a mother. When I know that you're the only child because, your mother is my accountability partner, my sister. But, I know that you're pregnant with your second child. How are you a coach, a mother, a wife, a podcaster? How do you juggle all that?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm so glad you asked me this question this way, because juggling is a circus act.
Exactly.
And I'm nobody's gesture. And so for me, it's about a harmony, right? I have a great partnership with my husband. He was up early this morning and helped me do some things to make sure everybody was situated and quiet so we could have this time together. We communicate with one another. Nothing happens by itself in my life at all. I didn't appear here on earth. Like, God brought me here through my parents. And so every accomplishment, every success, even every learning opportunity is tied to my partnership with my husband or the support of my family or, the different people I have working on my team. So it's just a matter of, asking for help in advance, planning things out, keeping a schedule, having the right people in place that support. So it's all very intentional, but I can't take the credit for how it's all going because it really is a group effort. God gives me the vision and I pray about it, and some things don't work out or pan out how I thought they would, when I thought they would. However, God always gets the glory in the end. So for me, like I said, it's just about doing my best to have a plan and take the right partners and communicate what it is I need. And if I do that clearly enough, most of the time, whoever I'm working with, they're going to be able to come through because I've given them the tools to support me.
Well, we appreciate you being on our show today, and we are going to have you back real soon. But how can everybody reach you, baby niece?
Oh yeah, I'm everywhere. I'm Googleable. I really am. But the best way, if you Facebook, I'm constantly on there, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, wherever you find your social media entertainment, wherever you get your life advice, I'm on there. I do have a podcast. Thank you for mentioning it. Crown Level Confidence. So we're leading women worldwide to lower their stress and raise their level of confidence. That streams everywhere podcasts are available. It's audio only. So, you can listen to it while you're driving on your way to work. But I really am very accessible. If you go to my website, caliahjanae.com, you can book a free consultation with me. If you're not sure if you need coaching services or you want to bring me to work with you and have a workshop there to, clear the air or do whatever. But I'm highly accessible. And if not me personally, someone on my team will get back to you very quickly.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today, baby niece. Have a good week.
Thank you for the opportunity.
All right.
Be amazing. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Ordinary just won't do. I need someone, my Lord, I need someone. That someone is you. That someone is you.
Listen, let's get one. We're back. We're back. Okay. Listen. I cannot wait. See, when they take a week off from this behind the scenes, y'all need to see what they do. You need to see what happens to me
Welcome
behind
back,
the
everybody.
scenes. But welcome back, everybody, to be in the driver's seat. I am the little brother, the only little brother, but the little brother. Y'all don't listen. Just wait.
So,
But listen,
Gil, what we doing?
my man's back. My man's back in the studio, man. I appreciated that he stayed with us because.
Oh yeah.
Listen, it's been a blessing. Caliah, thank you so much. She was in. Man, they got a little warm weather down there too.
Yeah,
so we just got off that interview, sir, Mr. Moore.
Y'all see that last night though?
I think that's
Something great about it.
It's more in store. Come on,
More is in store.
I like that.
When we went, when Jake left, we were giving a shout out to his wife, Tiffany Moore. I met Jacob many years ago at the Road Church because we were going to Victory of Praise with Pastor Bobby and Lady Vicky. And so I met Jacob then, and from then he's been the same. But I was so excited to see that the Lord brought Tiffany to you and you all got married. So shout out again to Tiffany
Shout out
Moore.
to my baby.
And then the 2 babies that came. Come on, y'all wasn't playing.
We've been increasing the population.
That's what. But y'all, in his song, he say that. In his song, he say that. He said, "Me and my wife been increasing the population, right?" So I hope y'all go out quickly and get this new song. Let me vent.
Go get that, man.
Listen, so
you'll be blessed.
Well, listen, so Jacob, one of the things I wanted to ask you since you back is you talked a little bit about you growing up. How are your relationships with those that's still in the hood?
So some people I know I had to let go of, and some people still cling to me, and I'm all for leading people to God, man, and going to the dark places. So I still got connections. And
Talk about it.
And I still got respect.
I
still got people in the hood that I talk to and kick it with. And I go there sometimes. Sometimes I might smell like weed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I might have to be in the spot. You know what I'm saying? I might have to go where it's dangerous. But if God's sending me, I'm going. So I still got relationships with these people, man, and I'm literally trying to win them over. And some people I have won over. So I just thank God for all my brothers back in Brightmo and on Dexter, man. I love y'all, man. And, hey, I believe great things is in store for y'all.
That's a blessing. You didn't really talk about, you are really an entrepreneur. You do cut hair as well.
Oh, yeah.
You're a barber as well. And so because I live with a barber, because my priest is a barber, I just wanted to shout that out. And you've done a lot of things in the community.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's just kind
So I've done a lot of, so I'm a single artist right now, but I was in a group called the Gideon Crew. And we done a lot of prison ministry. We traveled the country doing prison ministry. I've been doing a lot of activism with Pastor Maurice Hardrick. in Detroit, man. We've done a lot of, shout out to Pastor Mo, man. That's my guy. So we did a lot of activism in the city. You know, I try not to brag on that type of stuff that I do. You know, I just let God honor me however he do it. But, yeah, I do a lot of stuff in the community. Nice. And I do cut hair. I've been cutting hair since I was 17. So that's just, you know, another avenue that God gave me. So I've just been using whatever gift he gave me.
How important is it for you to stay rooted in that? And when I say that, meaning even though we know that God has saved you and God has brought you to, but stay rooted to the place of going back and getting your brothers.
Oh, man, I never forget where I come from. And somebody had to come get me, so I know what it feel like to be lost and to be in desperate need of a way out and to see a light or an example. So I try to be that light and example that I had needed at one point in time. So to me, it's important, man. It's really, you know, if you're not going back, if God not leading you to go back, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like, I don't know, man. I question people's relationship when they really not trying to win people over. So I just feel like that's important, man. I think that's my mission. I'm an evangelist, so I just feel like I'm meant for it. And everybody need help, man. I don't look down on nobody. I just feel like everybody make mistakes. Nobody perfect. And I understand those people because I once were them. You know what I'm saying? So some people that's out here doing crime, doing criminal activity is not in their heart to do it. And that's how I was, man. So some people really got hearts for God. They just make bad decisions.
That's good.
How was the visuals for this? Oh, my God. Let me vent. The visuals. Like, brother, I had a chance to just watch it over again. What did that come from? I mean, you start the back, it just opened right up on the basketball court when I know exactly what that court is. So what prompted those visuals?
So shout out to Loop Baby from Mix Factory One Studios. Okay. He shot the video. But me and him collaboratively worked together. I just saw certain stuff. And he was just bringing my vision to reality. Like God was just giving me ideas. Even with the single cover, me with posing with the fans.
I was going to get to that.
Man, like God gave me that. And then I told him what I wanted. And I just brought fans in the studio. He had fans. I brought a fan in the studio. He had fans. And I just taking pictures. And I saw it before it happened. I'm like, man, this is amazing. So then I heard the fan sound. So he put at the beginning of the video, it's a rusty like fan looking thing. So it just was, man, it was perfect, man. Shout out to the Real Red Campbell for that fire beat as well, man.
Man, that's good. I have one last question. Why gospel rap?
Oh man. I was rapping when I was in the world, so I just feel like I'm gonna use my gift for God.
What do you mean you was rapping? What do you mean you was rapping when you were in the world?
Yeah, I used to be spitting back in the day. When I was on Dexter, I used to be rapping. You know, the gangster rap, and used to be talking all that crazy stuff, and you know, lying in my raps, doing all that stuff, man, trying to stunt like I'm doing something. But when I got saved, I just feel like I'm surrendering everything to God. I'm going to serve him. He gave me the gift, so I'm going to give it back to him.
How can everybody reach you again?
Facebook, Jacob Moore. Instagram, SG_Jake22. TikTok, SGJake22. And I also have a website, strongjeansclothing.com.
All right. We appreciate you being on this.
Man, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thanks for having me.
We love you
y'all
too.
So dope.
Listen, happy Saturday, everybody.
Happy Saturday, everyone. Have a great week.
Man, have an amazing week. And Happy New Year.
And whenever you listen,
yes,
enjoy our show.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Be in the driver's seat, man.
Catch that review at 12.
Catch it.
Bids.
Or catch it on Spotify. Apple.
Yes.
Catch it. Yes.
Hey, Talk Detroit.
Bids.com.
You've been listening to Be in the Driver's Seat with Regina, the Queen of Car Loans, mental health expert Dr. Teresa Moore, and community engager Gil Garrett. Brought to you by Joe Longhammer Chevrolet of Waterford. Be in the Driver's Seat, a Saturday mix of community, cars, credit, and wellness created just for you. Thank you for listening.